What a lie. You said he's a liar from the beginning. There you go, and you keep spreading it. Even in these last days. The worth of a soul is great, period, you said, period. What will they do when the master of the vineyard, for Christ said when the master comes, what will they do when the master of the vineyard, the wineyard, the one vine that is divine comes and pays them all the same? Will they storm off in anger because they are not gods instead? Satan would. Would you? Is that why you do not agree with what I'm saying? Because it does not exalt you instead. Wow. Otherwise, it's fine, isn't it? Wow. Satan would, and so would those who stand for the 1/3 plan. Believe it or not, the council of heaven is happening right now, on earth as it is in heaven. For all is one time and season, and all is now, and now is one. So, you say, the council of heaven happened in the past. It did, but the past is happening now as well. Even Einstein would tell you that. So the council of heaven is happening now. You are casting your vote now in the council of heaven. What do you stand for on earth? And Jesus says, glory be to the Father. That means glory be to all, not some instead in the fullness instead. And Satan said, I want all the glory. And those that follow him want to be the 1/3 on top. Now tell me again how Mormons teach of their celestial kingdom. Exactly. What is it over? That which you've called unworthy? How unworthy is your foundation then? For even you've pronounced it unworthy. So I don't understand why you're really higher. You fire. That fire is not higher. The Spirit of God is like a fire burning. But that fire is not higher. And I'll keep going on. Forgive me for talking that way. I hope as you listen to these things, these lectures or whatever I'm presenting to my children and you, that you will understand and follow me along with the words and the spelling, and you may begin to see things. I want to tell you a little story before I keep going on. One time I had a dream, and I have dreams sometimes, and they have meanings, and I'll share with some of my dreams. But one of them was this. After I had lost my children to my in-laws, and I won't even go into that right now, I forgive them. And I'll tell you why later. But I was having a dream, and in it I saw one of my brother-in-laws, my ex-brother-in-law. Now, he was a brother-in-law that would shake your hand like, I'm in charge, and you go, wow, what are you doing? Can we just regularly shake hands, my friend? But he wanted to let you know he's there, and that's cool. I understand. But I had a lot of problems with him because he didn't like me, and I just didn't understand this. And I always felt like he just didn't like me, and that's the truth. So in my dream, I saw him, and I said to him, why can't you be more Christ-like? And he said, I can, but not in this language. And I thought about that for a moment when I woke up. That was such a weird answer. I said, why did he use the word language? And then I started thinking about the Tower of Babel and the confusion of the tongues and the one language, but the one language is in all. And all is still the one language where it's not lost. And then I started thinking translated. Every time we talk about language, now we're talking about translated. Late, eight, also H-I, how do you spell eight again? E-I-G-H-T, which is also ite. Remember that? Ite, like in the word H. E-I-G-H-T, height. Trans means across, lated. Translated? Is this all light and you were going across light? And this is a translation? And all I see is a language? Even that which I speak, which is the spoken, one will with the many spokes. So, he said, I can, but not in this language. And then every time those kind of dreams happen, then I jolt awake. And then it's like, somehow I feel like someone wanted you to remember that. Don't you keep dreaming. Then I woke up and I thought, that was an odd answer language. And now I think about it and I go, you know what? Maybe everything is you translated beings. Okay. Anyways. Believe it or not, the council of heaven is happening now. It is happening now on earth as it is in heaven. I say, I do not stand for Lucifer's plan. Lucifer is light. But it is an ill light, an ill illumination, an ill sick light. This is an illusion. I want you to think about the word shun, T-I-O-N, also S-I-O-N. I looked it up. And in Jewish and in many philosophies, S-I-O-N is Zion. This is an ill, loose means light, Zion. This is an ill light, Zion. Light is late. Einstein said the faster the light you go, then are you early or are you ahead? And who's the head? And who wants to be the head? The serpent? He wants to be the lightest. Anyways, things to think about. These are things I wonder. In your church you said it's a marvelous work and a wonder. It is okay to wonder. I'm not wandering though. Because wondering is, I wonder about that. Are we allowed to wonder? Then don't say it is a marvelous work and a wonder if we are not allowed to wonder. I'm not wondering. A wondering just means I wonder about that. How wondrous. Okay, we're going to continue on. The Council of Heaven is happening right now. And I'll go into that in a minute. In fact, I'm going to go into that right now. You know, when I was a missionary, we would teach the 3 degrees of glory. And we would outline 3 worlds, one higher. This is the most light. The white light, the weight light. Every time you say "ite" now, say weight. The weight, W-A-I-T, W-E-I-G-H-T, W-H-I-T, the white light, the weight light. You are so white. You are such a heavy weight. That is not the light. The white light, you are so white. The light has to be so white. Tell me again, how much does all that is weigh, Lucifer? All that is, the pan, not just the fire, that is the spirit. You don't want to hop out of the fire to end up in the pan. Otherwise you may be cooked. Pan means all. Look it up. Pan, P-A-N. Go look it up. What does the word pan mean? The all. The all is the law. The law is one. And I have nothing to make the all out of but the one law. And I do not leave one speck out. So tell me about all law. Do you hear that sound now? All is the law and the law is all. And no little grain of sand, Lucifer, is going to take the place above the 99.999999999 in your thirds. I don't stand for the 1/3 plan. That is not Zion. Okay, I digress again. Forgive me. I hope you followed that. So every time you hear Zion, you will hear, every time you hear shun, you've been shunned? Listen to the sound. That is Zion. I'll talk about shun later. Tell me about tent, shun. Zion is in a tent, like David's temple. The Ark of the Covenant is in a tension. Now what are you doing with the tension? Sowing contention? Wow, is that your intent? The Holy of Holies is the intent. What is yours? And I know that all here, and I want to tell you, I believe this is my faith. You say, one time I had a friend in the Mormon church say, we can become a God, but then, God always is. So I wonder if the God I will become already is. And if he is he listening? I wish I could say his name, but his name was Aaron. And he was from Gainesville, I won't say anymore, but he was a good guy. I used to home teach with him, I think. I home taught him, I think. Yes, I did. But anyways, contention is of the devil. Is that what you're doing with the tent of Zion? The devil would.